Okay, let me go to live. Okay. Good part of the day, my dear digital friends. It's Tuesday, October 11, and I am going to begin my live stream that I scheduled a week ago, but I was traveling last week and simply could not do the live streams. But now I'm back to my regular schedule. And I will do my best to go live each Tuesday and Thursday the way the promotion says. So good to see you here, my dear digital friends. And I am still here to release the one of the biggest revolutionary discoveries of our century. It's the invention of what makes our speech perfect. When do people speak perfectly without making mistakes and without the way they call it, stuttering, stammering, struggling with speaking? So, what is it exactly do people do when they speak accurately? The way I always teach my students, we don't talk about fluency. I just had a message of some person who wrote to me, I am now almost fluent. You got to understand that speech fluency doesn't exist. It's a ghost, just like stuttering. It's a ghost. They don't exist. So the bottom line is that you need to learn what makes all people, not just you, but everyone else on the planet, and even birds, parrots, what make them speak beautifully. Okay? With accuracy, ease, and comfort, and of course, confidence. What is it? And we're going to talk about it today. Hi, Deepesh. Hello, Anna. After a long time seeing you. Yeah, I know. I've been doing all kinds of things. I just wasn't available for live translations. Translations for live transmissions. That's what I wanted to say. But I am back and I am planning to do it twice a week at least, if again, I don't have a student scheduled. Because when there is a student, of course, it's my priority. I'm always with a student. You got to understand that. Okay. So as usually, I am doing multi-streaming. I have turned on my Instagram. Okay, I don't see anyone on Instagram. I don't know why. I guess people are sick and tired of me promising to be live on Tuesday, 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern time and not doing it. So, hi, Alomi, 123K. So, you just joined me. Thank you for joining. Let me remind to you that I am here to answer any of your questions about speaking, about stuttering, and about life in general. It just happens when you understand what speech is, clear speech is, and how this body mind computer operates. It just happens that you begin seeing the other parts of life. You understand whenever you're listening to a YouTube video, whatever, some blogger, and you kind of see whether the person is making sense or he is simply sharing his fantasy. Okay, so let's go. And in order to present the topic of a ringtone on Instagram, you do not see the title. I will add it later. But I am having the topic of today's conversation entitled like this: Ringtone is the key for a stutter-free life. Period. Nothing else will make you free of speaking mistakes or stuttering, because stuttering is a bunch of mistakes people make because they are not using correctly their perfect speech instrument. So, if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and type your questions in here. So, let's go. Let me share. I need to share the screen for that because I have. Okay, where is it? Stop cam. Wait a second. Where is share screen here? Invite, present, stop. Exit. I don't understand. What is this? Settings. I want to share screen and I don't know. For some reason, it doesn't allow me to share screen. They keep changing things. How do I share? If I remove myself, then it's not going to work. Present. Okay, maybe it's this. Slides, extra camera, video file, share screen. Oh my God, they hit it. Okay, Chrome tab, and it's going to be this, share. Okay, I am ready to begin. And for people on Instagram, it's always a problem because it's so much easier for me to share my screen on. Okay, let me see how I look, by the way. Okay, let me go back. StreamYard. Aha, okay, it's fine. I can do it even like this. So what you see on the screen, and again, who can see my screen? People on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and Instagram. Oh, wait, no, not Instagram. LinkedIn, Facebook. That's what I wanted to add. LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. That's where I am multi-streaming today. Anyway, and for Instagram people, all I can do for you is just switch the screen. Come on. Oh, did it twice. Okay. So, and I am making it bigger. Okay. So now people on Instagram can also see my screen on a computer screen. Okay. So as you see that I have come up with a image. God, someone is texting me. Okay. So let me go to StreamYard again. I'm on StreamYard. Okay, perfect. And I will go to, where is it? This? Aha. Okay, perfect. I can make it smaller. Let's begin. Finally, I'm ready. So ringtone is not an invention. It is a newly discovered law of nature. And I want you to understand that if you would like to get rid of stuttering after years of struggling with this problem and trying out all kinds of available conventional techniques, methods, tips, tricks for elimination of stuttering or smoothing it out, making it less severe and stuff. If you have tried it all, then maybe it's time you stop going the same path. You know how they say, if you want to change the result, you need to change your actions, right? So if you guys have questions or would like to communicate with me, then just write it down, okay? So I could see your feedback. So how can people who stutter, millions of people who stutter, how they should change their actions? Here we go. You gotta learn what the ringtone is, because this is a totally different and totally natural approach towards the problem that you have, the speech problem. Any person who makes mistakes in speaking is not using his or her speech instrument for producing ringtones. These people have no idea what ringtones are and how they are created with a movement, just one movement of the most powerful muscle in the body. Guess what this muscle is? It's your tongue. This is why you see the image that I created. On this image, you can see a big globe surrounded with all kinds of flags. And these flags represent different countries, different cultures, different languages, right? It doesn't matter what language we speak, we all have the same ringtone master. Ringtone master. And of course, I am talking about people who are natural, beautiful speakers, who speak accurately, with ease and confidence. They all are using their tongue, they're producing their speech ringtone by ringtone. So, ringtone, I want you to understand, it's not an invention of a person, even my mentor, okay, Mr. Snishko. This is not his invention. This is his discovery. That was his discovery in 1998, close to 30 years ago. Okay? So don't look at our program as some kind of a technique. Because sometimes, and very often actually, people who stutter are so used to the lie that in order to speak well, they need some kind of a technique, that even when they work with me, they keep telling me about etalon technique. No, we don't have any techniques. And if you want to call it a technique, it's the technique of Mother Nature. All living creatures on the planet speak with their speech muscles, creating ringtones, one ringtone at a time. And unfortunately, not even one conventionally trained linguist, conventionally trained speech therapist, pathologist, not even one knows this revolutionary discovery of the way our tongue works by nature. The way our tongue is designed to work with accuracy and ease. So I'm going to go back to the article I wrote. And here is the first question. Why are all stuttering techniques, methods, tips, tricks extremely ineffective and give only a temporary effect of improving speech of people who stutter? Yes, when you go to speech therapists, you feel that, yeah, my speech is improving. When you are actually working with your speech, when you are actually beginning to move your tongue, you're paying attention to your speaking, guess what? Yes, your speech begins to improve, of course. And then speech therapists, I call them like generally speech therapists, because this could be anybody, any conventionally trained medical professional who is claiming that he or she can help you to improve your speech, help you improve your speaking, right? So why all their techniques, methods, tips, tricks give you an effect just temporarily, just for a short time. And and you actually believe them when they say, see, you got improvement, keep doing it, and you're going to eventually speak better. But this never happens. Never. Don't tell me that you are fluent. You're much better today than yesterday. Of course, you may be much better today than yesterday, but it's only because you have started speaking more, training your tongue more. And yes, in many, many years of this kind of speaking and training yourself, you may figure it out and begin speaking like all people on the planet without any techniques, just creating ringtone after ringtone with your tongue. You have no idea what ringtones are, but if you are a little child, you don't need to know all this theory. You just mimic, just like a parrot, like a bird. You imitate humans' words, and humans' words, each human word is made of ringtones, the movements of the tongue. So I hope you understand that only understanding of what ringtone is, how you move your tongue in the same way how all people on the planet are doing it, can stop stuttering almost instantly. Almost instantly, you will begin speaking like all other living creatures on the planet who have the tongue and who imitate humans' words. Okay? So, once again, why are all stuttering techniques extremely ineffective and give only a temporary effect of improving the speech of people who stutter? Because these speaking methods are not suitable for the normal functioning of the human tongue, period. Everything that is not a ringtone blocks the work of the tongue. It becomes restricted. It cannot move freely. And it makes the tongue stupor. It blocks the tongue. The bottom line, you stupor, you experience the kind of almost like the moment of unconsciousness. You cannot even have control over your body, your thoughts. Everything is messed up at this moment. That's what stuttering is. It's a stupor caused by the incorrect use of your speech instrument, of your tongue. And ringtone is not a technique, as I explained. It is a natural mechanism of the formation of speech melodics with the tongue. Speech, I call it vocal melodies. Vocal, our voice melodies. In order to create one ringtone, we need to move our tongue. Ringtone is a law of nature, and it's based on the structure of the human speech instrument, speech apparatus, and the physiological form of a person's tongue. That's why, even if you look at this picture, look at the shape of the tongue. It's attached only from one end to our body, and the other end is free. This is why we can easily use our tongue for creating any word, anywhere, in front of anyone, with accuracy, ease, comfort, and of course, confidence. I'm talking right now, and I am never ever focused on so called fluency. Normal people never even think about how fluent they are. What is it they're thinking about? Nothing. Nothing. Because there is nothing to think about when we speak. Absolutely nothing. Why? We use exactly the same words that we know. We have said them millions of times. Our tongue knows how to move, what movements to make, what ringtones to create one after another. It's done it many, many times. It's experienced it. So what to think about? Every time I see a pen, for example, my tongue knows that it needs to move a pen, 3 movements of the tongue, 3 movements, and it's going to do the work. Okay? So also, yeah, so I was going to tell you. So ringtone is a law of nature. And yes, there is nothing to think because ringtones in each and every word will be always the same. The movements of the tongue to create those ringtones will always be the same. Okay? So normal people never ever think about how to speak, how fluent they are. Never. They only focus on how to be. I mean, on being, not how. They're focused on saying each word with 100% accuracy and ease. We don't want to struggle. We want to be accurate when we speak, right? That's it. And we want to be comfortable. Okay. So let's continue. So without a ringtone, it is impossible to produce harmonious speech melodies that are the smallest parts of all spoken word. The spoken word doesn't consist of letters and syllables. It consists of ringtones, voice melodies that have no connection with the rules for writing. Ringtone is the only naturally convenient way of extracting any word from a person's speech instrument. All other methods and techniques are inconvenient because they contradict the very physiology of the tongue. It's not physiological. All the methods, tips, tricks, techniques that you've heard from everywhere, they are not physiological for our tongue. The physiology of the tongue is suitable only for ringtones. No matter how much a stutterer tries to speak according to any technique without a ringtone, he or she will always stutter, always. Yeah, it could be a different form of stuttering, it could be modified stuttering, but he will still stutter. Okay? So therefore, there is only one answer to the question. When people ask me, when will I stop stuttering? My answer is always the same. When you will finally return to the ringtone. Only then will your tongue become free to produce any word with accuracy and ease, anywhere and anytime. You gotta learn the natural ringtone technique of the tongue and quit stuttering once and for all. This is the only way to do it. If you want to quit stuttering, you're going to learn how to move your tongue ringtone by ringtone. Once again, I'm going to repeat, not syllable by syllable, not single sound by single sound, not even word by word. No. You got to learn to move your tongue ringtone by ringtone. Okay? So, and only, I want you to understand that only at our speech academy at Alone International, you will start talking like everyone else without resorting to any stuttering technique or stuttering cure ideas. Note that no one else understands and is trained to teach you this ringtone technique of natural human speech. You gotta sign up for our online lessons. They're pretty affordable today. And then you start speaking without stuttering in only 3 days. What do you need to do? The first step, I recommend register to watch my free webinar at livestutterfree.com and then schedule your free consultation with me. Just before you even ask how much it is, all kinds of questions, they are irrelevant at the moment. You need to understand what exactly will help you. What is it that you need that will resort you to a normal speaker? What will make you normal? What will normalize your speech? You gotta learn that first. And then you decide, okay, I don't have enough money. I guess I have to apply for a bank loan. I have to apply for credit card, or, which I always, of course, encourage, I will get another job. I will get 2 jobs. I will work extra hard to collect the funds, and I will liberate my life once and for all in only 3 days. Do you understand what I mean? I hope you do. Okay, guys, I am done reading the article. So I was reading and explaining, but by the way, I didn't show you. Let me see the questions and then I will come back because there are other images hidden there. Okay. So you are absolutely right. Speech is a conscious action of us. Yes, Dipesh. Exactly. It is a conscious action. And also Dipesh wrote, when I understood it that speech is a conscious action, then I understand that its power is in our own hands, tongues. Exactly, Dipesh. You got it. You got it right. Because our tongue is just a muscle. If you can learn how to write in any language, how to write letters in any language, guess what? You can say words in any language by moving the tongue. It's just a muscle. And in order to do something well, of course, you need to coordinate your beautiful, 100% perfect body. Okay, so I'm going to show you other pictures. And this picture explains what one ringtone is. And this is just the discovery that Roman Snishko has made almost 30 years ago. He noticed that when our tongue moves down in our mouth, it produces one speech melody, only one, from top to bottom. The tongue moves and produces the voice melody. Okay, it's only one movement of the tongue. Sometimes it's one sound, and sometimes in some languages it could be up to 6 sounds. 6! And speech therapists keep teaching you to produce one sound. And those are consonant sounds. I mean, it's completely wrong what they teach. And here is another picture, another image that is available on Instagram. Did you know that the tongue of all adequate speaker is a ring master? Master of producing ringtones. It cannot do anything else. It can produce only ringtones. And every attempt to speak, to use your tongue, and to produce anything else but not a ringtone will lead you to a stupor, stuttering. So this is a revolutionary discovery. And if you still have not realized that, then of course you can continue consulting people who will still tell you that, yeah, it's impossible to cure, it's a sickness, it's a mental problem, it's psychological problem, it's this, it's that. They will give you all kinds of strange information. So the bottom line is that if you want to stop stuttering once and for all, you got to sign up for the class, this class. It could be even one day of my work. I will explain it to you in about 6 hours how you can create ringtones with your tongue. What does it mean creating ringtones and speaking beautifully with ease, with accuracy? What is it you need to do? It's very, very simple to understand, but it requires about 6 hours of my time. And if you want to make sure that you are done once and for all with stuttering, and if you truly want to have a 100% guarantee that you will stop stuttering in just almost no time, once and for all, of course, you got to come up with the funds to enroll in the 3-day course, which is a full program. So, Depeche, I actually recommend that you do take the full 3-day course. Or, as I explained to you, of course, that you can take only one day. So just to see, it's just we're all different. We learn differently. If you believe, let me go back here. So if you believe that you are smart, if you, when you were in school, you had only A grades, you were an excellent student, then yeah, you may be stutter-free. You may understand everything and become stutter-free in only 6 hours, in only one day of my class. But if you were not the best student in school, if you were struggling in some subjects, you would get bad grades in school, or you were an average student, you would get C's, you were between B's and C's, then I recommend the full 3-day course. Okay? So, but what do you begin with? In order to learn the ringtones, you must take my class. Yes, I have written a lot of books. And actually, there is a book where I have explained a lot about ringtones in details. This book will give you a lot of information. See, it's even here. Correcting, I forgot that I have the image here. Correcting speech of people who stutter. I truly recommend, if you are an A plus grade student, get these 2 books. Read these 2 books. Live Stutter-Free, speech is a skill, and Correcting Speech of People Who Stutter. These 2 books will explain a lot, but books cannot look at you and tell you, hey, you're not doing it right. No, you did not understand it correctly. You got to do it in this way, in that way. Do you understand what I mean? Books are written for the general public. General. When I was reading these books, I had a general stutterer in front of me, right? It wasn't a specific person with his own experience, with his own. Okay, I'm going to switch to myself as well on Instagram. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, here am I. Okay. So, hi, Risu, you just joined. I'm going to remind, if you guys have any questions about how to live stutter-free in only 1 to 3 days, once and for all, never struggle with speaking, you got to ask questions. Okay, Depeche hasn't asked any questions, but I understand because I haven't done lives for almost 2 weeks. And by the way, I want to remind you that this coming Thursday or Friday, I don't remember, I'm going to have a live show with the phones open for people to call and ask questions. I don't remember. I'm going to make an announcement when it's going to happen. Is it going to happen on Thursday or Friday? Because last week it was Friday. I think this coming week is going to be on Thursday, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to give you wrong information. So keep in touch. I will keep you updated when I'm going to do my next live show on the podcast with a podcast company with all the phones open, so you could call and ask any question. Okay, so I do not see too many questions. Rodolfo. Hi, Rodolfo. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. If not, then I will simply tell you that I will do my best to go live every Tuesday and Thursday. But if I have a student, this is not going to happen. I also have one thing to add today. I have posted a recent video because I don't make too many videos these days. Just my eyes cannot take so much pressure. You see that I'm wearing kind of protective glasses even today. So I have posted a short 1-minute trailer of the video about a 51-year-old student lady from United Kingdom. And when she came to me, I was actually surprised. I said, I see the way you speak. It's not that bad. So what are your problems? And when I gave her all kinds of testing, all set of tests, Rodolfo, I don't speak English. Sorry. Learn English. Learn. It's not a bad language to learn. So, but do you understand what I say? You don't speak, but do you understand me? Anyway, so I truly recommend you watch this 1-minute trailer of the video. I'm working on the full video report, but I'm not sure what to show to you because I've had better videos showing more information, teaching more. But under my video, when I posted it, I think I posted it in TikTok. Someone made a request, post a full video on YouTube. Why? What do you need a new video, let's say, and that was a young person and a young guy. He wrote to me, post a whole video on YouTube. I'm like, why do you need it? What do you need it for? You are not a lady of 51 years old. You didn't have her life. You didn't have the same problems. You don't have the same problems that she has. Why do you want to watch the results of her success story? I truly don't understand that part. I don't know, maybe you're trying to get information, but I'm not hiding anything. Look, I'm even talking about ringtones. I am sharing information everywhere, explaining how speaking works naturally, adequately. I am here to explain to you anything you want, but I don't see questions. Ask questions and I will explain it to you. The only thing that I am unable to explain to you here is what is it exactly that you need to do? You. Because number one, I don't know who you are. I don't know what problems you have. You got to understand that each person who stutters has their own way of speaking. It looks very similar because they make similar mistakes, but you guys are different. You have had different life experience. And in order to fix your mistake, I need to see you. In order to give you recommendations that will work for you, I need to see you. I need to watch what is it that you are doing that is incorrect and that is blocks the freedom of your tongue. I need to communicate with you on video, in person. then I will help you. See, books cannot do this. Books will give you just general information, which is great, which is correct, of course. But number one, you will lose again a lot of time. You will invest a lot of time for reading books, on reading books. And there is no guarantee that you will understand everything correctly and that you will fix your. No guarantee, because I am not there to watch if you understood it correctly, if you are doing it correctly, if you are applying the knowledge you just read about, you just gained from the book, if you're doing it correctly. I am not there to guide you. This is why the only way, the only effective way for you is to come to me and learn. Okay? I will show you what to do, how to produce ringtones, how to produce from 1 to 6 sounds in one movement of the tongue. It's so simple, it's mind-blowing, but it's very, very important to see. So I don't see any questions because I have come unannounced, kind of. Of course, I did announce, but I've announced a couple of weeks and never came live. So people stopped waiting for me, right? Okay, so I am back and hopefully I'll see you next Thursday, 10 a.m. If it's going to be here or on podcast, I will let you know, okay? I will announce in all the platforms where I'm at. Okay, lots of love to you. Hope you will go to livestutterfree.com. Here is the website, livestutterfree.com. Register and watch the webinar about the 4 precise steps that will lead you to your stutter-free life in almost no time. After watching the webinar, feel free, don't hesitate, schedule an appointment with me, a Zoom call. It's free. You don't have to worry about paying anything. Because as I said in the beginning of this presentation, before you even ask how much it is, what's the investment, before you ask this question, you need to understand what is it exactly you need to do to never stutter again in your life, to awaken from this nightmare called stuttering, stammering, cluttering, whatever they call it. Awaken from this nightmare. And I invite you to watch my webinar, come to me, ask your questions, and after that, you decide whether you want to continue struggling for the rest of your life or roll up sleeves, begin doing the work to earn the funds to enroll in my class, no matter what, no matter how cheap or expensive it is. And by the way, I'll tell you another little thing. I got a message today from one gentleman from Australia. I forgot all about him, of course. And he wrote me a message. I am from Australia. I had a private conversation with you free 18 months ago, a year and a half ago, right? Almost. He writes, and now I am ready to take the class. That's it. I will find out more details when I begin working with him. But I am actually really appreciative for his message because it just confirmed the way I see how people react. A lot of people react to the information I share with them. I tell them, you need to come to me, enroll in my class. Yes, it's an investment. No one will work for you for nothing, for payments. And yes, it's not a really fair world. If you live in the United States of America, in United Kingdom, in Australia, you have a much better chance to earn the money, to get a job and earn the money. Yes, I know about that. And if you live somewhere in a little village in Africa and whatever, right? In India, yeah, money is almost non-existent. Do something about it. Travel to the place where you can make money. You can earn money. Do something about it. Okay? It's your life. No one else cares about you. You may sit and wait when Jesus Christ or whoever will come and save you. It will never happen. Never. I am a teacher. Yes, I work for God. I give this information because the word God, that's what God is. It's the word. And I am here to give you information, the wisdom that I have accumulated over 40 years of my life. 40, 40. Do you understand that? And you want me just to give it to you, throw it to you for nothing? It's never gonna happen. You gotta pay back for my work over 40 years because only today I can help anyone in just one day, 1 to 3 days, to unblock their beautiful speech, beautiful, accurate speech. And forget about nightmare. Forget about it. But you gotta learn to move your tongue ringtone by ringtone. Ringtone, ringtone. This is the natural way our tongue works. It will never work if you attempt to use it for any tips, tricks, techniques, strategies, blah, blah, blah. Anything that is not a ringtone will not work for the tongue. Will not. Okay? So it was kind of airing at one today. So ask more questions tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow on Thursday, I will be more focused on your questions. But questions, I'll just give you information that I believe you need to hear. Lots of love to you, my dear digital friends. I'll see you this coming Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Lots of love to you. Bye.